guys, welcome back to my video and welcome back to my channel. Today right now I'm not feeling the best, but I saw that a girl named Hannah Hart, she made a video about antidepressants, and I got the idea of making a video where I explain my medication more and like my medication history, like how many I've taken and what my experiences are with these medications. So that's just basically what I'm gonna do today. And sorry if I stumble, it's because I feel sick. Anyways, and I look so white. Here we go. Okay. So the first ever medication I really got was something called, it's in the range of benzo. I don't know how to say the full name in English, but it's a benzo something, which means that you can't take it for more than 14 days or else you get addicted. So it's that kind of medicine. I firstly got it because I could not sleep, and I can't really remember exactly. In Danish it's called oxopax. Oxopax? I don't know. I got that and I thought it was horrible, but it made me sleep, and that's what counted the most. But I decided I tried it once and I decided I don't want to do that again because that was a horrible experience. Because I remember laying in my bed in the psychiatric ward. Here I was in the psychiatric ward and I felt like fucking shit after taking that pill. And throughout the whole night I was awake still. Like this time I tried it and it didn't make me sleep after this experience, but I was laying in bed. I think it was like between 2 and 4 in the morning, and there's like what's it called, workers. They are there 24/7, so there's always someone to come to. And I ran back and forth to the office where they were a couple times because I felt like fucking shit and I could almost not walk. But suddenly I was laying in bed and suddenly I began to shake. And I was like, what the heck? And it was like the kind of shaking that I couldn't control, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And I was like, oh my god. And the crew that's there at the psychiatric ward, they come and check to you in the night at like 1, 3, and 6. And it must have been around 3 or something, because they came. This was a woman. She came into my room and she saw I was shaking and she was like, hi Emily, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just shaking a lot. And by this time it was only my arm shaking. And she was like, okay. And then she sat with me and tried to calm me down, and I just could not control my body. And then suddenly my other arm started to shake. In the span of 2 minutes, my whole body began to shake and I could not control it. And that was fucking scary. And there's 2 or 3 that's working there in the night, and she called on the male crew, one of them, and he came into my room also. And then they, like, not forcefully, but they like tried to make me stop shaking by grabbing my legs and my arms and really just like pressing down, but not like uncomfortably, if you know. And it was nice they did that, because then I was like, I felt like I could control it, but like I kept on shaking and I don't know how it stopped. Suddenly it did, and that was probably the worst experience of my life. And I never took that drug again. I did for a couple of days, but I was like, okay, this ain't gonna happen. So I quit that. Then I got into quetiapine, and I took 25 milligrams to start with. That's always what you do with quetiapine. And I have taken it for around a year, like now to this day. But in the last 2 weeks, I haven't taken it solely because I experienced like every night after I took it, like a couple hours after I've taken it, I would feel like fucking shit. Like I couldn't control my body. I felt like I was a zombie, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know, type of stuff. So I have not taken it, and it helps me fall asleep, the quetiapine, that's why. And I haven't been able to sleep by myself, you know, like I can't make myself sleep without the quetiapine, and I haven't been able to do that for a year. But in the past 2 weeks, I have been able to sleep by myself, you know, like I didn't need the medicine. I was about to say medicine, and then I wanted to say medication. But for the past month, I have taken 100 milligrams at night to sleep because I couldn't sleep at all. That's a big problem, the sleep thing. But now I'm not on it. I don't have anything against it. I think it's fine. It helps. It works. So if you haven't slept for a few days, just take a couple of quetiapines. Of course, like if your doctor said you could, not just like go on the black market and do it. Like you need a doctor's supervision. Then I was on something called venlafaxine. Is that how you say it in English? I don't know. That was a fucking shit drug. I hated it, and this is a funny story actually. I was admitted at the psychiatric hospital, and they gave me the venlafaxine. And I think, I can't remember the dose, just to be honest. And I had to go get a urine test. I think they do, I can't really remember why, maybe some kind of drug test. I think it's because there's like drugs going around in the psychiatric ward, and then they had to test all of them. And I had a doctor, and I fucking hated her guts. I really hated her. She was so arrogant, but she was very, very smart, and she was very educated in the field that she's in. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just her attitude, and like, couldn't take her, can't take her still. But I got that urine test, and it came back positive for morphine. And I have never taken morphine at all. And then I was gonna go talk to the doctor, and we went into a room and we talked, and she accused me of taking drugs. And I'm like, I haven't taken any drugs. And she looked me dead in the eye, and she was like, well, for the drug test to show up positive, you need to have put something in your mouth. And my mom, she was like, well, maybe it's because like the venlafaxine like did something that could affect that urine test. But the doctors, they were like, no, that can't happen. Like, no. But then I don't know how she found out. And I just need to say, she really accused me. Like, she was like very hard on me. But then one time I was sitting in the chairs out in the living room in psychiatric hospital, and she came over to me, and she sat next to me in the other chair, and she was like, Emily, I need to give you a huge apology. And I was like, for what? For accusing you of taking drugs. It's because I read about it, and it can affect a urine test, the venlafaxine that you are taking. And I was like, thank God, because I was like fucking nervous all the time since I found that out. And I was like, that doesn't make sense, I didn't do anything. But I got an apology, and I was very happy to get that, because I did not expect she would give me an actual apology. But she did, and that's fine. I was very happy about that. Then I got a drug I got off the venlafaxine because I didn't like it. Then I got on something called Solasta. I don't know if you know what it is, but it worked very well on me, but like quetiapine, it increases your appetite. And at that time and still, I could not face the fact that I was going to eat more and be affected by that, because that made me feel like shit inside. So I got off that. Then I got something in Danish called sertraline. I don't know how to say it in English. I got that too, and it worked very well. It was very good. But the problem was it made me OCD, which is for me characterized about I need to touch door handles, and I need to, if I step on a rock or something, I need to go back and look if that is not an animal that I just killed. And if I'm not sure, I'll go back and check again, and then I would go in numbers like 4, 8, and 16. I would go and I would like tap something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll be like, I'm not sure if I did the 4 times, because I thought I did it 3 times. Then I needed to do a whole another round, and it was just terrible. So I got off that. Then I got on, I can't remember, what was it called? Risperidone, maybe, not sure if it's called that. I got 2 milligrams, and it was fine. It was good, but I did have some side effects. But I got a pill against side effects, and I can't remember the name of that. Then they wanted to raise me in dosage. I got to 3 or 4, I think, and that was horrible. And just to say, this drug, and it is a side effect listed on the side effect list, that I began to lactate. I could literally press my boob and milk would squirt everywhere, and I thought it was funny, cause like I thought it was funny, and I showed my mom, and she was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know." But I got off that again, and then I got, that was mood, like a pill increasing your mood. I can't really remember what it was called. Not the Risperidone. What was it called? Okay, doesn't matter. I did not like that pill either, so I got off that. And I need to think. I've also taken iron because I was anemic, and I'm going to the doctor's office at Monday to get a blood sample or blood test to check my iron, or like if I'm anemic again, because I feel anemic, and I feel tired, I feel sore, what's it called, like I get shortness of breath by nothing. Like walking makes me exhausted, and when I wake up in the morning, my face is fucking white, and my hands and my feet are cold, and I get cold rushes, and I did that when I was anemic. So that's sideways. I'm gonna get that. But now I want to talk about the medication that I get today. And I don't have the box for one of these, because I get those pills from a psychiatric hospital, because that's like a compensation or something. So I don't get packs, I just get sheets like these. And this is something called Pregabalin, which is just quetiapine in deposit form, which means like a regular quetiapine, you take it and it works like for after an hour, and then it works, and then like, okay, cool. But when these deposit ones make it like they distribute the quetiapine like almost like a heartbeat, like it contributes, like, gets out a little at a time, like for 24 hours or something. And my wonder drug that I love more than anything, is the best medication I have ever been on, and I've been on a lot, as you can hear, but this right here, my friends, are the best. Let me see. There's just because there's medical facts. I'm just gonna take this off. There you go. This is the best medication. It's called Pregabalin, or Lyrica. It's the like medical, the more expensive one, but this is just like a copy, but it's the same components in the drug. And it says here, against anxiety. And I will tell you a story also connected with this medication. I was at the psychiatric hospital, and that's just how all my stories start. I was at the psychiatric hospital. But I was admitted for 5 fucking months. And I remember the last 3, I had not been outside of a door except smoking. But I hadn't gone outside in the real world for 2 months. I was so scared. I was scared of everything. Like, I'm still scared now. Like, it hasn't taken it completely away, but I'm still scared. But, I was petrified all the time. Like, when I was gonna eat, like, is it gonna get stuck in my throat? Am I gonna breathe it down in my lungs? Is it someone putting poison in my food? Is someone putting poison in my water? Does someone know that when I drink this that I'm gonna drink the coffee, so they contaminate with the coffee and then kill me? It was just like so many like weird ideas and like conspiracy theories, basically. But that drug. Okay, I forgot to say that I take 300 milligrams of these. But this drug I had taken it for 2 days, guys. 2 days! And I could immediately feel a difference. I was more outgoing. I wasn't scared as much. And I got out. I had the guts to go out. And I take 300 milligrams of this. No. 600 milligrams of this in a day. Like, I take 2 of these when I wake up in the morning, first thing. And then I take 2 more 7 hours after taking this. So let's say I wake up at 9. Then I count like 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I take it at 4, And if I wake up at 8, I take it at 3. And these pills I take at 6 every single day. Jesus fuck. And I can't catch a break. And the reason why I take them at 6 is because when I first started out on them, I got like maybe, I think I started with 50, 60, 50. I started with 50. And I tell you, I kid you not, I got it at 6 or 5. Yeah, because I changed an hour. But I got it at 5. And at 7, I went to sleep and woke up the next morning at 7. And I was just like, what happened? I was just confused. And the thing with this medication, I got almost no side effects except me being a little sleepy, but it's nothing major. Like, this is the one drug that I found that does not give me any negative side effects. But to start with, this did. And it's horrible. Like, it's very horrible. It was not nice. But I said to myself, you need to give this a fucking try, because I had terminated all the other drugs that I took and had taken. So I was just like saying to myself, you need to fucking get some balls and get through this shit. And I did. And now my voices are not bad at all. Like, they're bad, but like let's say before I took those pills, my voice is filled or occupied me like 100% of the time, and what they told me in my head uh, was displayed by how I acted. Like they said to me, you need to do this or you need to do that, and you know, all that kind of stuff. But now my voices are like 10-20%, and that's it's a major difference. I do some days have a bad day, but everyone does. Doesn't matter if you have a diagnosis or not. Everyone has a bad day, and we know that for a fact. But I have gotten so many good days out for the past like month, and I haven't been admitted to the hospital in 2 months, I think, and that's huge. That's major, and I'm so happy that I haven't been admitted. And so yeah, that's basically my medication story. Like it if you liked it, and just to say to my followers, thank you for commenting that I should keep my hair long, because since it gotten this long, I always think about fucking cutting it, like to here, but I'm like, I will fucking regret it, so I'm not gonna do that. Is there anything more? I really want to say thank you also for like commenting and all, and yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video, and thank you for watching. Bye.